Hey guys, Viking 82 here, back to show us some more plunder that I have acquired here recently. Got quite a bit to go through, so I'll probably try to go quickly and not talk about stuff too much. Picked up a few pins from a record shop that I used to go to quite a lot. Hadn't been there in a while, decided to stop in. Didn't really see any vinyl that I wanted to pick up just yet. Did get a few tapes, and of course these pins, I'll show the tapes in another video. But I got a nice Thin Lizzy pin. Really cool Ghost one. Say what you want, I love Ghost. And a couple new ones from Kiss. So yeah, very excited to have those and put those to use. And I got some stuff from eBay in here. And one of them is a Blu-ray that I forgot to show. In fact, I haven't shown any of the stuff that I got from eBay. But this is Hypocrisy, Hell Over Sophia, 20 Years of Chaos and Confusion. I've been wanting to see this for a while now. And I saw it pop up on one of my favorite sellers' eBay page. I was like, fuck, I gotta get that. Now we got a stack of used ones here. I forgot to take the sticker off of this one, but this is Warrell Dane, Praises to the War Machine. Yeah, I got his essentially last album for Christmas, and when I seen this in the used section, I was like, I've got to pick that up. I want to get as much Warrell Dane material as I possibly can. This one, I'd seen the cover, and the name looked familiar to me, so I listened to a song while I was in the store, and it sounded pretty decent. This is Gideon with Costs. Like I said, I really like that album cover. So yeah, I hadn't really heard much from these guys, but what I heard in the store sounded pretty good. And I remember the name sounded quite familiar to me for some reason. Next is one that completely different from everything in here. This is Blackmore's Night, Shadow of the Moon. And I really love that album cover. And if you don't know who this is of course Richie Blackmore, formerly of Rainbow and Deep Purple and all that. But this is kind of like if I remember right, because it's been years since I listened to this kind of music, it was like kind of like medieval, like folky type stuff. And it's actually still had the little OBI strip in it, so that was pretty cool. And plus, Blackmore's Night stuff is not easy to find here, and especially for cheap. Next up, this is one that I remember a buddy of mine years ago when this came out got, and he said he really loved it, and I was just like, you know, I kept seeing this in half-price books, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. This is Bitchin' by the Donnas. And, of course, that album cover just really catches your eye. Lovely ladies on the back there. And I gotta say, I really like this. I've only spun it once, and that was on my way back from my little excursion that day, and I absolutely loved it. The next three all come from eBay. Oh, actually, one comes from eBay. The other two came from, no, one from Amazon seller and two from eBay. Sorry, got myself confused. But this is Most Precious Blood with Merciless. And I believe this is their second album. Been wanting to get more from them here recently, and I finally did. Out of the two that I got, I prefer that one slightly over this one here, which is Nothing in Vain, which I believe is their debut album. I don't know, I just really liked the vocals on Merciless a little bit more. These ones were okay, but I don't know, they just kind of, there's just something about I'm not too keen on. And I've been meaning to show this one off for quite a while now. I already owned this album, but when I saw this version, and I know the seller is reputable, I guess you can say, and I knew this wouldn't be a fake. This is Into Eternity, Dead or Dreaming, but it is signed by 3 of the members. I may have already showed this before, but as far as I can remember, I hadn't, so I just wanted to show that off real quick. All right. Next one is an album that my buddy Ryan over Super Metal 1993 and I had discussed at one point, and he kept telling me I should check it out. And I'm really glad I did, because I really enjoy this. This is Blood Youth with Starve. Very interesting album cover there. Yeah, I've only given this a couple listens, but I really enjoy this. I may actually end up doing a review of it at some point. Next up, we have Audio Slave, self-titled. I don't know, I've always kind of wanted to check out this CD right here, and I was in Best Buy, and of course I know Best Buys don't have CDs really anymore, except for these little dump bins of like random stuff, and this was in there for like $4, so I was like, what the hell. Next up, Misfits, Famous Monsters. I know this is not the, greatest of Misfits material, but, I've been wanting to pick this up. And I want to get, as much Misfits stuff as I possibly can. Next up is a reissue that finally happened. This is Light Force with Mystical Thieves. And if you're not familiar with Light Force, this is basically the band that would go on to form into Mortification. Unlike Mortification, it has more of a death metal, grindcore sound in their early days. This is more like power thrash and pretty decent stuff after, a couple listens. Next up, I was so excited when this band announced that they were going to be putting out a new album. Did not even realize they were, kind of back together. Shows how much I really paid attention. But this is Rock Goddess with This Time. And as you can see, it is signed by the entire band. When you pre-ordered it, you got a signed copy. So, of course, I had to get a signed copy. And was really pleased to find out that this is the original lineup that played on the debut album, the self-titled, which is what got me into the band. So it's really cool to finally not only have a new album from these ladies, but to have it signed by all of them. Next up, finally got a copy of John Schaefer's Purgatory. This is his little EP that he put out. Sorry for the dark artwork there. Give this a couple listens, and it sounds awesome. I mean, John Schaefer, in my opinion, just does not disappoint. Got the new Dream Theater, Distance Over Time. Haven't given this a listen yet, but I will get around to it. Picked up the new Tear album, Hell. I haven't listened to Tear in quite a while, so when I saw this on the shelf, I was like, oh, hell yeah. And, of course, I absolutely love that artwork. Got I the Breather, Truth and Purpose. This is a band that I've seen this album in the store all the time. I finally decided to check them out, and I really dug what I heard, so I pulled the trigger and picked it up. Another reissue I was so glad to see finally happen, because, of course, Count Blackreath recently just put out the vinyl pressing of this. And I'm so glad to finally have a CD copy, and especially of the original recording. This is Sorcier de Glace with Snowland. This is put out through Golly Records. Unfortunately, I have not had a chance to actually spin this. But yeah, to finally complete my Sorcier de Glace collection, especially to have the original recording on CD, is just such a good feeling. Got the new Children of Bodom, Hexed. Again, have not had a chance to listen to this. Haven't even heard a single song off of this. But, of course, it's Children of Bodom. So I had to pick it up. Got the new In Flames, I the Mask. Spun this a few times. Really dig it. I'm really glad that I finally started giving newer In Flames another chance. Because I'm really getting into In Flames again. Got the new Sisters of Suffocation, Humans Are Broken. I had planned on pre-ordering this with the t-shirt and everything, but I just never got around to it, so I finally did get a copy. Only given it one spin so far. Sounds really fucking solid, though. Next up, got this from the Underground Unleashed. And, I mean, yeah, it's a bootleg, but I don't care. I really wanted to have this. This is split between Unleashed and Dismember, the Demos collection. So you have The Utter Dark by Unleashed and Dismembered by Dismember. And it actually sounds really fucking good for a bootleg, so I'm pleased to own this. Next up is one that I have been dying to find a copy of for a while, and I finally picked one up off of, I want to say it was an eBay seller. Might have been actually, I think it was a Amazon seller, but this is Afterlife, Surreality. This is just some really awesome Indiana death metal. This was put out on Grindcore Records. Been out of print for a while, and it goes for kind of high prices on eBay, so I was really glad to get this for a halfway decent price. Next up, wearing the new Ruin shirt, which I also got with the CD copy of their new split with Anthropic, which is a fucking amazing split in my opinion. And as you can hopefully see, signed by all the guys in Ruin. So very happy about that. Next up, got a couple CDs here from a band from Spain. First up, we have their current incarnation. This is Afterlife Requiem from the Abyss. Just some really solid death metal here. And of course, I had to get the logo shirt. They had one 3X left. But unfortunately for me, I did not realize that their 3X, especially in this brand, is also equal to a 2X here in America. So as you can see, I had to cut the sleeves off, but that's okay. And I also picked up their former incarnations album. This is Unbreath with My Faith Against Me. Really good stuff. Really dig the album cover. And the cool thing about this one, though, show it really fast, maybe if I can get the booklet out, is the band was kind enough, if I can get to it, to sign it for me. So really appreciate that. Next, we have Not Ravnin, Cult of the Raven, new project featuring Cam Lee on vocals. Really solid stuff. And last but not least, we have The Heretics by Rotting Christ. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.